All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing this evening? Want to welcome everyone to my live streaming show. Just want to double check and make sure that we are streaming. So just give me one more second. Meeting is now streaming. All right, very good. And I just want to double check one more thing just to make sure that we are streaming here. All right, it says that we're live on YouTube. We are live on
So just
Facebook,
give me.
and everything, the volume is working very, very good. So we're good to go. All right, and so let's do this. YouTube's live, Facebook's live, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the way down the line. Very good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am Warren Nelson. This is my free live streaming real estate class that I bring to you every Monday at 6 p.m. We are running our very last class this year. Starting tomorrow, October 25th, is the last class of the year. This is an 8-week class, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 75-hour class required by the state in order to receive your real estate license. What the state requires from a real estate school is 2 courses on real estate practice and real estate fundamentals in order to take the state exam. So let me give you a little background on real estate practice and real estate fundamentals so you understand what they are and why the state requires that you take these classes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Warren Nelson. I am the director and the instructor of the class, and I bring this class to all the students in the state of Pennsylvania. And those who are looking to sign up for a real estate class, I bring this free class to you so that will help you make a better and an informed decision about which school you would like to attend. So let's talk about real estate practice and real estate fundamentals. Real estate practice deals with working with the client, taking them out to see the property, helping them to understand the contract, going through the home inspection, the appraisal, the settlement process. So the real estate practice deals with running a real estate business, from talking to the client, to putting them under contract, to taking them out to see the property, to helping them understand the contract, helping them understand the home buying process, the home inspection process, the home appraisal process. So in my class, and any class that is registered by the state to teach you these 2 classes, you will learn just that. You will learn how to run a real estate business, how to work with the clients, how to work with the contracts, and I will take you through the whole process so that not only do you have an understanding of it, but you also have a very good high confidence that you can go out and do it. So real estate practice deals with running a business. Real estate fundamentals, the other subject that the state requires, is dealing with the law, federal law, state law, local law, fair housing laws, the American Disability Act, contract law agency. So all the laws that deal with running a real estate business is the real estate fundamentals. Now, it doesn't matter which one you learn first, real estate fundamentals or real estate practice. They are 2 separate subjects. So don't think just because the book starts with chapter 1 and it deals with real estate fundamental that you have to learn fundamentals first. You don't. As my classes deal with 2 different subjects, real estate practice and real estate fundamental. So it doesn't matter which one comes first. They are 2 separate subjects. So please don't think they have to be in a chronological order by the chapter. That's not how it has to be at all. So, but you do have to have an understanding of real estate practice and real estate fundamentals in order to qualify to take the state exam. You also need an attendance sheet from a school like mine saying that you were in my class for 75 hours and that you have passed 2 prep exams. In my class, we're going to give you 2 exams. At the end of the first 4 weeks of class, you will get a 55-question exam to verify that you do understand what you have learned in the class. And this prep exam, which you have to get a passing score, says that you're ready to take the state exam. So that's how the classes are designed, or at least should be designed according to the state requirements, so that you have a thorough understanding of real estate practice and real estate fundamental. To get this understanding, it's best to have a live instructor, someone that you can ask questions and get a better understanding. An online course doesn't really have the instructor that you might need. And it's difficult to do an online course because most courses are not designed to explain the language of real estate. Doctors have their own language. Who do they have their own language? Lawyers have their own language, and real estate agents and the real estate industry has our own language as well. So if you're not familiar with the language, then an online course is difficult to take, because it'd be hard to understand what you're reading if you don't understand the language of real estate. And then you also have other schools that offer a 3-week class. 3 weeks. You do get what you pay for, ladies and gentlemen. And the 3-week class is only designed to prep you for a real estate exam. It does not tell you what to expect after you pass the real estate exam. It does not tell you how to run a real estate business. So these 3-week classes that you see, and this is the problem, because everybody wants to get to the finish line as quickly as they can. And they think, well, a 3-week class will help me to take the exam quicker compared to my 8-week class, which is designed to not only prep you to pass the exam, but it's designed to teach you the contracts and how to run a real estate business. So you could take a 3-week class, ladies and gentlemen, but remember, that is only designed to prep you for the exam. And after you pass the exam, you are on your own with no guidance. We're going to talk about in my class the many avenues that will be available for you after you pass the state exam. What do you do after you pass the state exam? You have many options. The first option, which many people think of, is going to work for a broker. Now, this will probably be the most money that you'll make. You will be working on commission, but remember, you're running your own business. You will not be working for somebody else as a real estate salesperson when you work for a broker. When you work for a broker, you're going to be an independent contractor. You're going to get an independent contractor's agreement. You got to do your own taxes at the end of the year. And this is going to be the most money that you're ever going to be making. It's not unheard of to make $100,000 a year in the real estate business. It's not unheard of at all to make $100,000 a year. Most people will start out in real estate part-time, weekend warriors, doing it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A lot of people are in the real estate business. They hold their open houses on Saturday and Sunday, and they do mostly all their work in the real estate arena just 2 or 3 days a week. And these are part-time real estate agents who have a full-time job, and they're looking to supplement their income. And so it's nice to have an extra 40 or 50,000 a year on top of the income that you're already making. So if you have to work a second job, then why not work that second job that's going to give you the most pay, probably more pay than you're going to be making on your full-time job. So this is the right second kind of job to have, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want a second job where it's only giving you a couple $100 a week to add to the couple $100 a week that you're making with the other job. And so now you're working twice as hard. What you want is a second income that is a great income, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter if you're retired or fresh out of high school. Real estate is the arena that you're probably most likely going to be enjoying. It's something that you want to do. It's something that you had a desire to do. And it's something that's going to be very rewarding for you in many, many ways. So you could be a full-time agent, or you could be a part-time agent and make a lot of money in the real estate business. So one of the first avenues that you could go is a broker. Another avenue would be working for a Fortune 500 company, McDonald's, Walmart, Home Depot. All these are in the real estate business, ladies and gentlemen, and they need locations. Look at we'll talk about that in 1 second. So a Fortune 500 company where you are getting a salary plus benefits, and the only way that you could do this job is with a real estate license. So the second avenue that you could pursue with a real estate license is working for big companies that are always looking for new locations that they need. Speaking of which, the third option would be franchises, ladies and gentlemen. Take Wawa. Wawa's closing down locations because of the crime spree that we have going on. I don't want to get into the political arena, just want to stay in the real estate arena. And that means that Wawa is going to be opening up new locations in other avenues from Philadelphia or Pennsylvania all the way down to Florida. So Wawa is very big in Florida and in Pennsylvania, but they have not established themselves in between North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and so forth. So franchises like Subway, Pizza Hut, and Wawa are always looking for licensed real estate agents. And if you're young enough and you want to travel to help companies like Wawa scout new location, then this would be a third avenue that you could go with that real estate license and work for franchises that are always looking for licensed real estate professional. The fourth avenue that you could pursue with this real estate license is working for developers like Toll Brothers and Ryan Homes and so forth. All these developers are always looking for real estate agents to sell the properties that they develop. So working with a developer would be a fourth avenue of income that you could earn with a real estate license. The last avenue, and certainly not the last avenue, it's just the last one that's on my list today, would be investors, ladies and gentlemen. Investors are always looking for licensed real estate professionals to help them find new locations, help them find tenants for the properties they currently have, and so forth. So there are lots of ways of making money with that real estate license. And there are going to be many doors and many opportunities that will present themselves to you once you have a real estate license. For example, let's just say that somebody's family member passes away and they lived here in Pennsylvania, but the family's out in California or maybe in Florida. And so what they're going to do is they're going to call you, the licensed real estate professional, and ask you, can you handle this estate property for us? We don't want the property any longer, and it was left to us in the estate. And what we like to do is just get it sold as quickly as we can and take the proceeds. There's another opportunity for you right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you some more ideas. Divorce situations. Divorce situations is big for the real estate. Estate properties, like I mentioned, working with attorneys and the estate properties is very big. There's lots of avenues and lots of ways of making money in the real estate arena. But without that real estate license, you're not legally entitled to earn compensation. Let's say you're doing property management. The minute that you take a lease and the minute that you take a security deposit, you better have a real estate license. Otherwise, you're practicing real estate without a license, and that is a criminal offense in the state of Pennsylvania. You can't practice medical or medicine without a license. You can't practice law without a license, and you can't practice real estate without a license. That real estate license, ladies and gentlemen, is your golden ticket. It's going to allow you to earn compensation, and that's better than a PhD, ladies and gentlemen. A PhD says you have fond knowledge in a certain subject, but it doesn't mean that you're going to earn compensation. You still got to go out and find a job in that arena that you earned your PhD. So the PhD does not allow you to earn compensation. It just basically says you have enough knowledge in that arena so that you may go out and try and find a job in that arena. But a real estate license is just the opposite, ladies and gentlemen. A real estate license allows you to earn compensation. It allows you to help people in the real estate arena, and it allows you to receive compensation for your services of helping them buy a property, sell a property, or rent a property. But without that real estate license, you cannot earn compensation. You cannot charge. You cannot receive any kind of form of compensation in the real estate arena, doing a wholesale retail flip, buying a property at auction for somebody else and selling it. No, you can't do any of that without a real estate license. And you can't even rent out property without a real estate license. You can't do a comparative market analysis. You won't have access to the MLS. All these things are required real estate license. Without the real estate license, none of it can be happening for you. So getting a real estate license is going to be a very valuable asset. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. One of the reasons that you might be contemplating getting a real estate license is you want a second form of income, or you want better income. Maybe you're tired of your job. Maybe you're tired of your coworker. We call this the 7-year itch, by the way, in the real estate arena. Every 7 years, ladies and gentlemen, we want to do something different. We're tired of our job. We're tired of our neighbors. We're tired of our coworkers. We might even be tired of our relationship. So every 7 years, and some of you might be right around that arena where you want to try and do something different. You want to take a different avenue, a different road, a different journey. And so it's called the 7-year itch. And if you're right around that time, then you're contemplating right about now doing something different. And you're hoping that 2023, you can do a different road, take a different journey. So if you want to get your license now, ladies and gentlemen, so that you're prepped and ready for 2023, well, as I said, this is my last class. Since it's an 8-week class, it's not one of these 3-week classes. Since it's an 8-week class, this has to be my last class. This class will take us into October, all the way to Thanksgiving for the first 4 weeks. And then after Thanksgiving, on the 29th, will be the second portion of this 4-week class, and that'll take us right to December 22nd. So this will be a great Christmas gift for you, ladies and gentlemen, and a great New Year's resolution to join this last class and get that real estate license so that you can start 2023 off with a bang. So if you want to really give yourself a great Christmas gift this year, ladies and gentlemen, then take my class. I want you to read my reviews, ladies and gentlemen. You can Google me, Google onlinerealestateschool.inc.com. Google it and see my reviews, see what my students have to say. I have a 5-star review, and I've been lucky for the last 4 years to maintain that 5-star review. I do a lot of work in the class to make sure that the students get every bit of education that they are paying for. I will not deprive you of the education that you are paying for. And the way that my school also works, ladies and gentlemen, once you pay for my class, you never have to pay for it again. You can come back to class after class after class, free of charge, anytime that you want. Let's say that you take my class and you're not able to take the state exam for 3, 4, 5 months. Why? Life got in the way. Maybe somebody got sick, maybe at school starting, whatever reason, life gets in the way sometimes. And since it's 4 months before you can take the state exam, you might feel comfortable coming back to my class and doing a refresher before you take the state exam. Well, this will be your alma mater, ladies and gentlemen. Once you pay for my class, you never have to pay for it again. Now, because I break my class into 2 monthly payments, sometimes there's a misconception about the price. The price of the class is $598. But what I do is I break it down to 2 payments of $299. So it's $299 for the first class, which is a 4-week class. And again, just before Thanksgiving, this first part will end. And then after Thanksgiving, our second class, which is a 4-week class, begins. And that will be your required second payment of $299. So I broke it up in half. This way it makes it a little easier for students to sign up. They don't have the whole $598. They don't need it. They only need $299 to get started. And then the following month, $299. And the other good thing about this double payment arrangement is if you take the first class for the $299 and you're not happy with what you're learning and receiving, then you don't have to make the investment of the second $299. So this way here, you're not losing $598. You're only investing $299. Most schools would not work with this, ladies and gentlemen, especially the 3-week class. The 3-week class will make you think, well, you can start with $150, and the following week, you got to come up with the rest of the money because it's only a 3-week class, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to be careful about the advertisement. Some of these schools make it sound like you only need $150 to get started, and you're like, that's great. But what you didn't realize is the following week, because it's a 3-week class, you need the rest of your money for this school that's only $150 to get started. So it's kind of a little, it's marketing, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say? It's marketing. And so that's what it is. So understand, a 3-week class is a cram course, and it's designed to pile everything on top of you as quickly as they can, and out the door you go. Good luck with the state exam. It's tough with a 3-week class. You don't have the confidence, you don't really learn the language, and it's one thing after another after another. So since they're laying so much on you in this 3-week class, because they got to get the whole 75 hours done in 3-week period, that it's a long class, and your brain starts to fry a little bit. This is why my classes are designed 4-hour classes. They're 4 hours, but you get a half-hour break. So they're only really 3.5-hour classes, and they're just long enough so that you don't get burned out and you still absorb all the knowledge that you can learn. So we made our class an 8-week class. This way here, it's steady pace. You're learning at a very even keel. And we're also going to be teaching you how to run a business and how to invest in real estate as well. The 3-week class can't do that, ladies and gentlemen. The 3-week class can only prep you to pass an exam, and the pass-fail ratio is a lot different than my pass-fail ratio. And the reviews are a lot different as well. So read the reviews of a school that offers a 3-week class, and then read the reviews of my 8-week class, and tell me if you don't understand and can't feel the sincerity of the students that left me a review, ladies and gentlemen. So these are not just your quick reviews. Oh, go to this school, it's a great school. You will hear the students and their sincerity in the reviews that they left from my school. So I'm one of the only schools, ladies and gentlemen, with a beautiful 5-star review. I'm very proud of my 5 stars, and I'm very proud of the students that are coming out of my class. They're going on to do bigger and better things, and so it's tough to try to take a 3-week class or an online class where there's nobody to talk to or nobody to associate with. Now, if you're in Pittsburgh, how can you go to a school in Philadelphia? You really can't. And if you're in Pittsburgh, if you're in Scranton, if you're in Erie, PA, there's not really a local school that's close by for you. So since my class is live streaming, you could be in your house, your work, your apartment, anywhere that you are. And just like this class is by a Zoom platform, you will be in my class with a Zoom platform, and you can talk to me, ask me questions. We have live feedback with each other. So it's very personal and it's very educational, because the questions that you have, you can get answered right here in the class. And I'm not talking by a chat. I'm talking about talking one-on-one, just like we are right now. The only difference is this is a free class that I run. But in my class, when you're in the class, you get a Zoom. You talk to the other students. My last class that just graduated, I really love that class, the evening class, because they associated with each other. They talked with each other. They stayed in contact with each other. And so it was a nice camaraderie that was developed in my last class between all the students. Not all classes are like that. Some classes, some students don't say anything. They're just, what do you call that? Introvert, extrovert, introvert. So introvert is somebody that doesn't really talk a lot. In this business, ladies and gentlemen, your mouth is going to be your business. And you're going to have to get used to doing a lot of multitasking. I got a orientation class tonight at 7 o'clock for those that'll be in my class tomorrow. I have my first class tomorrow. I have properties that I need to show tomorrow. On Wednesday, I got settlements and I got classes to do. So you're going to have to learn to multitask, and you're going to have to learn to be busy. If you want to be in business, don't think that you're only going to be working a couple hours a day, ladies and gentlemen. It's really not how it works. This is how we get people to spend money, to make them think that you only need to work 1 or 2 hours a day and then you'll be a millionaire. And it doesn't really work like that, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the secret to success. Are you ready? You have to work to succeed. There are no get-rich schemes out there, ladies and gentlemen, and there are no entitlement programs, as we find out. Every time you think you got free this or free that or free that or free this, it comes around that you're going to pay for it somewhere along the line, down the line, and later. So keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that if you want to be successful, you're just going to have to work to succeed. There is no get-rich-quick technique out there. Unfortunately, I noticed from experience, because I too, in my earlier days, was always looking for the road of least resistance. I was always looking for that way to get rich quick, and never worked out, ladies and gentlemen. I just spent a lot of money on seminars and on programs and on apps and so forth. No. If you buy a seminar, you got to spend all this time learning the tapes, learning the techniques. If you buy a program, you got to spend a lot of time learning how to put that program into effect. You buy an app, you got to learn how to put all these things into motion, ladies and gentlemen. So there is no get rich quick idea or technique out there. Anything that you buy, you're going to have to learn how to use it and learn how to market it, so that other people know that you have this. And if nobody else knows that you have this get rich quick technique, then what good is it? So you're going to have to learn how to do marketing. You're going to need to know the difference between advertising and marketing. You're going to need to know these things. See this, ladies and gentlemen? This is my settlement on Wednesday. So I'm getting notice right now about my settlement. Hopefully this is my settlement notice for Wednesday. And this is the way that the business works. It is, you're constantly multitasking right here. So hopefully this is a settlement notice that I'll be looking at in a second, waiting for it to come up as I am running this class. You need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, when you get into the real estate business, you will have to multitask. You will have to have that ability to juggle a few things at the same time. I'm working with $1 million properties, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You want to make a lot of money in the business? Well, this is the way it works. Can you please send me the notice for settlement for 4 p.m.? All right, very good. So again, as I said, we still don't have the settlement notice. We're still bouncing back and forth with this settlement notice, but this is the way that the real estate business works, ladies and gentlemen. So in my world, Mondays, I also own ISS Real Estate along with a partner, and we own IS Realty. And so what my students like to do after spending 8 weeks in the classroom with me, they're looking for a brokerage that they can work with that's going to teach a new agent how to be a real estate agent. So my school is designed to not only take you through the 75-hour in-person classroom or live streaming classroom, but after you pass the exam, then if you want, you can come right back to me and I'll put you in the fields. I'll show you how to look at the properties, what we're looking for at the properties, how to do the contracts, how to work with the buyers and sellers, and give you a big chunk of that commission working with me as a brand new agent. Most brokers don't like working with brand new agents. They're needy, they're clingy, they need a lot more hands-on than a seasoned agent. So a lot of brokers would prefer hiring agents that have been around and they understand how to do their job. So this way here, the broker really doesn't have to do much. The agent is self-sufficient. But as a brand new agent, and you've never done this before, then you really need a broker that's going to give you a lot of personal contact. It's going to be there when you call and ready to help you when you need that help as a brand new agent. So and again, since we're live streaming, I developed my real estate brokerage for live streaming. This way here, if you're in Pittsburgh, if you're in Erie, if you're in Scranton, if you're in the College District, or if you're here in Philadelphia, and you want to be a broker, a real estate agent, or a student, my live streaming platform is designed. I run 2 businesses through Zoom, ladies and gentlemen. I run my school through Zoom, and I run my real estate brokerage through Zoom. So this morning when we had our meeting, some of my agents, some are out there in Harrisburg, one's out there just close to Erie, PA, and I can be your broker and teach you how to run a business no matter what part of Pennsylvania you are in. Now, this class is a Pennsylvania state exam. So it doesn't do anything for Jersey. It doesn't do anything for New York. Doesn't do anything for the state of Delaware. If you want your license in those states, you would have to go to a school in those states to get your license. I'm licensed by the state of Pennsylvania to offer the 75-hour class, which is called a it's called a pre-license class. These are the 75-hour classes that you need to take in order to take the state exam. Without taking this 75-hour class, without my transcripts, you cannot take the state exam. The state exam is only $49, but you cannot take the state exam until you have taken the 75-hour class required by the state. And I got an attendance sheet that I can give to Harrisburg. And we also have your transcripts that we can send to Harrisburg saying that you were a good student and you understand what you need to understand in order to pass the state exam. All right, so that's what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen. But not everybody comes to my class to try to get a real estate license. A lot of my students are about to buy a house or sell a house, and they want to come to my class to learn the process so that they have a thorough understanding of how to buy a property and what's involved with buying the property and the steps and the procedures, from getting the financing to the home inspection, to the appraisal, to the settlement, to the deed, to make sure that everything is good. So there's a process of understanding UNO, COs, municipal inspections for water and sewer. You don't have to worry about it in Pittsburgh and in Philadelphia, but in all the counties, Allegheny County, Luzerne County, Clinton County, Bucks County, Montgomery County, Delaware County, Chester County, the list goes on. All the counties, there are inspections for water and sewer. Not all the counties would be municipal. Even Willow Grove, which is municipal water, we still have to do inspection because of a contamination problem that occurred there. And so even though it might be municipal, sometimes we might still be required to conduct inspections of the water and the septic system. And so this is what this class teaches you. It teaches you the procedure from the beginning to the end of buying a property and selling a property. And once you have this knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, you now can go on to help others with the knowledge that you gain. So I'm sure I have lots of agents in my class. I'm sorry, I say agents. I have lots of students in my class that already have buyers and sellers lined up, waiting for them to get their license. And I'm sure you know somebody, maybe a family member wants to sell a property or buy a property. And now you know that you're getting a real estate license. They'll wait for you till you get your license. And so understand, ladies and gentlemen, that's money sitting there in the pipeline. You already got your first commissions waiting before you even get your real estate license. And so that's what we teach you in this class, ladies and gentlemen, exactly how to do these things. I'm just remembering that I was supposed to call one of my students back today because they want to sign up as an agent with my brokerage. So as I'm talking about it, it just dawned on me. Monday's a very busy day in the real estate arena. So that's just the way it goes, ladies and gentlemen. And it won't end for me for several more hours today. And then I'll be up early in the morning with our first class that starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning will be our first class. So some of you will be signing up for my morning class, and some of you will be signing up for my evening class. But please understand, ladies and gentlemen, that it is an 8-week class. 4 weeks for one subject, real estate fundamentals, and 4 weeks for the other subject, real estate practice. In this 8 weeks, you will know more about real estate than most do. I'm going to teach you more about real estate than some of the real estate agents out there currently know. You will know more about real estate in one day. The first day in my class on Tuesday, you'll know more about real estate than you ever imagined you would just after one day in my class. So you'll get a general understanding of what you're going to learn simply by reading my reviews, ladies and gentlemen. So please Google Online Real Estate School, Inc. Read those reviews, see what my students have to say. And I still got to get it back to a lot of my students. I haven't been able to reply to all the reviews as I want to, but it's a busy arena for me. So I'm kind of glad that this is my last class of the year, and this most likely will be my last free class that I run this year. My next class starts in February, but I did not even put the 2023 schedule together yet, so I don't even know what the schedule looks like. Haven't put it together yet. One thing at a time. So during my January break, I can get a lot done because I'm not going to be running any classes in January. Our first class in 2023 will be February, and then we'll run a class every week or every month thereafter. But our last class for 2022 starts tomorrow, October 25th. Now, what goes wrong will go wrong. My website is down. And of course it's down. The day of enrollment, of course the website goes down. Isn't that the way it goes, ladies and gentlemen? So if you go to my website right now, until my website designer can figure out what's going on, and let me just pop in and see if it's working here yet. But right now my website is down, and I have no idea as to why it's down. I don't know if it's a server problem or something more malicious than that. But fortunately on my website, I don't have many of my students' information or anything like that. It's really a payment processing service, the website. So no proprietary information can be hacked or lost through that. And I'm pretty smart, for the most part, paper trail, and not working with the internet, because everything can be hacked and stolen today, ladies and gentlemen. So still trying to see if my website is up and running, but it doesn't look like it's up and running yet. So I still got to wait for my website designer to figure out what's going on. But that's the way it goes. The day of enrollment, website goes down. Ain't that the way it goes? So what can go wrong will go wrong. So hopefully within the next couple hours, the site will be up. If you want to sign up for the class, ladies and gentlemen, you can still go to LP, which is landing page, LP Online Real Estate School Inc.com. And let me show you something here real quick, share my screen with you. And let me show you what this looks like. LP, hold on one second. Boom, and share my screen with you. Screen. This is what the website, my landing page looks like. So you can still go, as you can see, it's still Online Real Estate School Inc.com. It's just that you would put LP Online Real Estate School. So you can still go to my landing page and get plenty of information about the school. But right now, my website, and let's do this real quick and see it so you guys can see what's going on right now. It looks like the website, for some reason or another, again, for some reason or another, is not working. Let's see, so that's what we're getting. We're getting this 403 forbidden. I think it might be a server problem. So you can't go to my website right now. For some reason or another, that's down, but you can go to my landing page, ladies and gentlemen. And I do see that some of you are actually going to my landing page right now. It tells me that you're getting new message. And so you can click right here give me your information. I will reach out to you and get you into the classroom if you want to sign up. And even if we can't make the payment right now, no worries. I'll still get you into my classroom, ladies and gentlemen. So there's always got to be a little workaround. And as I said, because for some reason or another, the website is not working, but my landing page is working. So until my developer can figure out what's going on, it just happened today. So one of my students was trying to make a payment. They let me inform me that their website's not working. I went to the website and sure enough, it is not working. Don't know why. So if you want, just put lp.onlinerealestateschool.inc.com and this will get you into my classroom and signed up as well, ladies and gentlemen. So stop sharing the screen. So again, as I said, you always got to be able to improvise. You always got to be able to juggle. There's always got to be a plan B in case something goes wrong. And sure enough, something will go wrong. So today's been a pretty hectic day. Fortunately, I did see my chiropractor today and kind of loosened me up a little bit. So that made me feel a little bit better, but a little stressful when tonight is orientation, tomorrow's first day, and the website goes down. That's a little bit stressful. Plus, I'm teaching agents. I had the broker's business meeting this morning. This is a pre-class, my orientation class coming up. So that's the way this business is, ladies and gentlemen. And so when it's the day's over, I'll do, got through it, but it could have been easier. Things could have worked out a little bit easier, but I had no intention of a website going down the day of enrollment, and it's my final class of the year to top things off. So it's the adversities that you face when you're in business, ladies and gentlemen. But again, as I said, you can go to lp.onlinerealestateschool.inc.com. The landing page is working. I have a live advisor on the landing page to speak with if you need to speak with anybody. And then I will reach out to you personally. Even if you can't make the payment because the website's down, we can still get you started in the class. And then as soon as the website's up and running, we can get you to make your payment. So I don't want the website or holding you back from not being able to enroll. Reach out to me. Go to lp.onlinerealestateschool.inc.com. As you can see right behind me, just put an LP landing page, LP dot in front of the onlinerealestateschool.com, and that'll take you to my landing page, and that you can sign up that way until we can figure out why my website is down. And a little competition in this business, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that there's any activity going on in that route. It's probably just a server problem that we're having, and hopefully we can get it fixed. It's just really bad timing that it went down on the day of our final enrollment. But again, as I said, that is life, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to have these little adversities and ready for them when the time comes. So let me do one other thing, ladies and gentlemen. I always like you to hear from some of my students and what they had to say about the class. And so every now and then I like to do this and let you hear from the students and what they had to say about the class. So I'll boot that up in a little bit and then give you a little chance to hear what my students have to say about the class. And then you can make your own decision. But remember, what this class is designed to do is prep you to pass the state exam and teach you how to run a real estate business. And so that's what this class is designed to do. And nobody does it better than me, ladies and gentlemen. Not to toot my own horn, but please read my review and see what my students have had to say about this school and this class. All right, so now let's give you a few other things. Let me ask you a question. When you buy a property in the state of Pennsylvania and you get a 30-year mortgage, do you own that property day one, or do you own that property 30 years later when you make your final payment? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is day one. In the state of Pennsylvania, we get a mortgage to buy a property. And the mortgage is a lien against the property, but the bank does not own the property. So don't get the mortgage and the deed confused. The mortgage is a loan to buy the property, but the deed is the ownership rights of that property. So you get the deed day one when you buy a property here in Pennsylvania. Day one, you get the deed. So what? You got a 30-year mortgage. Some states like Georgia, Texas, these are title theory states. And that means you will not get the deed until 30 years later when you make the final payment. So there's a title theory state and there is the lien theory state. And Pennsylvania is a lien theory state, which means the bank only has a lien against the property. They don't own the property. You own the property. And so day one, title theory, lien theory. Now, what's the difference between a deed and a title? A deed and a title. In a deed, DEED is the instrument. The deed is the ownership of the property. The deed is the paperwork, the legal instrument that says that you own that property. Title is the process of making sure that the deed is good. So you're going to hear deed and title all the time in this business. We sell property by deed. We do not sell property by title. Title is the process. Title search, abstract the title, title report, title insurance. So knowing the difference between a deed and a title is one of the things that we do in this business, and you're going to need to know this. So that's what this class is designed. First of all, you needed to know that you own that property day one, not 30 years later. You know the difference between a deed and a title. And there are many, many other things that you're going to be learning in this class. So before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, what I would like to do is I'd like you to hear from some of my other students and hear what they had to say about this class. And then you may make your own decision as if this class is for you or not. Let's hear what they have to say.
Well, this school was the only school with 5-star reviews. I did a lot of research.
The information that you give us is just like amazing. I think like most of everybody in the class, it was the reviews for me.
After reading your reviews and just trusting my friend, he said, you're 100% the way to go. And I do not regret it at all whatsoever.
Your school is amazing.
I came to you, it was within my expectations.
And the broker knows like, okay, this person, wherever they're going to school at, they know what they're doing.
Once I talked to you and spoke to you, I was just like, okay, I think this is the right school.
Personally, I have a very good friend that's actually in the real estate business already a broker. He actually recommended you to be a teacher.
Like served as a mentor, just as many others have said. So it's been a pleasure. It really has. You care about all your students.
He's more than a teacher. He's a mentor. He's someone you look up to.
And you're a great teacher, to be honest with you. You slow down when people have a question. You review things as many times as we need you to.
But you take your time. You actually read for us to get to know and understand it. And I am so ready. I thank you. And I would take this class over and over and over and over and over.
One of the best teachers ever.
This would be really good for me. And then I think what really pulled me in was once I talked to you on the phone.
I did see the 5-star review. I did look around a little bit.
I mentioned you and your school is like really a lot of people know about your school.
And I was a little bit skeptical because 5-star reviews, no business, no nothing as 5-star reviews. But it worked out amazing and I'm happy I chose this school.
But the information that you give, that you get more than a lot of teachers out there give. Oh, absolutely. I think the school actually really went beyond my expectations.
I cannot thank you enough for the experience and just preparation to run my own business.
It's like more information that you give us, the more knowledge I just lock that into my brain, and I know I'm just going to get out there and achieve a lot of things. Working with you has been a pleasure. It really has. You like served as a mentor.
And I would definitely recommend to anyone who is looking into any kind of real estate at all.
Right, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's my number, 267-972-1084. You can reach me directly, or usually you can go to my website, online realestateschoolinc.com, to get more information. As I said, what will go wrong sometimes, but always a backup plan, always ready to do that and get ready to do that. So if you're looking to invest in property, if you're looking to learn about real estate, if you're looking to buy a property or sell a property, if you have any desires whatsoever about real estate, then before you take an investment class, ladies and gentlemen, you should take this class, because this class is designed by the state, telling you exactly what you can and cannot do legally in the real estate arena. So a lot of investment classes will make you think that you can do certain things that you actually cannot do. So before you start paying for a real estate investment class, I would take this class first, because this is a great platform, a great starting point, because this class is designed by the state to make sure that you understand what you can and cannot do in the real estate arena. So this might be my last free class this year, ladies and gentlemen, because this is my last class starting tomorrow, and I'm not going to have another class until February of next year. And I only run this free class as a resource for those who are researching real estate schools and are trying to make a decision. And so I don't run this for Google or YouTube. I don't do it for the streams or for the likes or anything like that. It's nice to have them, don't get me wrong, but this is not about selling anything or about doing YouTube videos. This is a free live streaming class that I do as a service to those who are looking for a real estate school and are trying to make a decision. So I make this class. You'd think all the schools could do this, but they don't. They're not going to go beyond the call of duty. They're going to run an ad, and then they might even answer the phone. I speak to each and every one of you before you take this class, and I let you know exactly what you can expect in this class. So as I said, this might be my last live streaming class this year. I might run another one, you never know. But this is definitely the last class, October 25th, starting tomorrow. Last class, it's an 8-week class. So there's no way that I could do another class after this one this year. So this will take us right into December. And this would be a great Christmas gift for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking to give yourself a Christmas gift, if you're looking to give yourself a second income, if you're looking to give yourself a better direction in life, then may I suggest that you invest the $299 in yourself and learn a new business, a real estate business. That's two good things that you have right there. You got your own business and you're in the real estate arena, ladies and gentlemen. So it's very hard not to be successful with this particular business model, because two things that people will always need: food and shelter. And when you come into my class, I'm going to teach you that when interest rates go up, it's actually a better investment technique and a better investment situation for you when interest rates are going up. What you will hear, and what the other investors like government and so forth want to do, especially the bankers, is they want to get you sitting on the sideline waiting for better days so that they can come along and monopolize and take advantage of a lot of things, because they would make you think that the sky is falling and the world's coming to an end. Interest rates are going up. It has nothing to do with the value of property, interest rates, ladies and gentlemen. What has everything to do with value to property is supply and demand, which we'll learn in the class. Supply is all the available real estate for sale, and demand is all those who want to buy it. And since we still have a large demand for those who want to buy real estate, it doesn't matter the interest rate or going up. It doesn't change the value of the property. And even though interest rates are going up, we still have a large amount of buyers out there looking to buy property. So don't sit on the sidelines, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be fooled by what you're hearing on the media. That is all designed to try to eliminate some competition and get the average person to sit on the sideline and wait for better days to come. Don't fall for it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fall for it. The real estate market is on fire, and it'll be a great 2023. You can tell by consumer confidence during the Christmas, if everybody's still spending money during Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, then that consumer confidence is up, and that means we're going to have a great 2023. It's not even going to be a bad winter this year. It's going to be an active winter, probably one of the most active winters in the real estate market that we've seen in a while. So don't be persuaded or fooled by what you're hearing on the media. Just because interest rates are going up, it opens up another opportunity in the real estate arena to pay off the mortgage much, much quicker, much, much easier, and develop equity much quicker. And we'll talk about all these things in the class. So as I said, I have an orientation class tonight at 7 p.m. For those students that will be in my class tomorrow. You can still get signed up for my class, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to take an opportunity and join this last class of the year, reach out to me, 267-972-1084, or go to LP for landing page, lp.onlinerealestateschoolinc.com. My website's down, but the landing page is still up and running. So directing everybody to go to the landing page right now until my developer can figure out what's going on with the website. And of course, it just seems strange that my website goes down on the day of enrollment. Ain't that something? But that's exactly what happened. So we'll take care of it. We'll get it all fixed and everything will be on and be fine. Tomorrow comes, the sun comes up and goes down just like it always does. So God willing, we'll all be here tomorrow, and hopefully I will see you in my class. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me. This might be the last live streaming class for 2022, and our last class for 2022 starts tomorrow. So if you like, you only need $2.99 to get started, and let it change your life, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so that is it for me. Be safe, be healthy, be happy. God willing, I will see you all on the other side. Ciao.